The PUP is obviously being phased out now over the next, I suppose, months up until next February. It'll have been in place for 2 years at that stage. What do you say to people who say that that is too slow, that it lacks fiscal prudence that perhaps Fine Gael voters want, and it appeases maybe people who will never vote for Fine Gael, but saddles those who do with a massive financial burden and tax increases like we're seeing today with the property tax?
Well, what I say is that the PUP has been a support to people who lost their jobs because of the pandemic through no fault of their own. And yesterday we set out a very clear plan as to the future of the PUP, and it's going to be phased out in reductions over the next number of months. It'll take 6 months.
But it is slow. We'll have had the PUP in place for 2 years. We are hearing every day from people who are trying to run businesses that it's a disincentive to work. They can't get their employees back.
Yeah, well, I've heard a number of stories like that as well, and we have checked them out, and there are very good reasons in many cases why people haven't come back to their previous job. It's because they've got a job somewhere else, or some of them may have returned to their home country.
If they have a job somewhere else, so they wouldn't still be on the PUP. There's 20,000 hairdressers on the PUP, 30,000 construction workers on the PUP currently, and their industries are fully reopened.
Well, to be fair now, the construction sector is opening, and I know you might say it's fully reopened, but in many cases there are instances where the sites aren't back fully because there's a delay in getting supplies, and we know that there's a number of issues there that have prevented all of the sites ramping up to full production, and that can be a reason why all of the construction workers aren't back yet. And then of course we have the hairdressers. I know they've opened for a number of weeks, but it does take time.
You don't think the black economy is a feature of this, and that's influencing this?
Yeah, well, what I would say to employers who are having difficulty getting employees, and if they think that they are on the PUP and it's preventing them from coming back to their jobs, there's a support line in the Department of Social Protection, and I would ask them to contact the department, and we'll certainly look.
There's no onus, of course, on them to do that. But can I move on briefly? I know you are launching an outdoor recreational strategy, or you're launching the consultation process. What are you hoping to achieve, Minister?
Well, I think one thing I can certainly say is that the great outdoors have been a godsend to us all during COVID-19. So whether it's our trails or our cycleways or our mountains, forests, lakes, whatever, we have all developed a deep appreciation for the natural outdoor amenities that we have. So when I launched our Rural Future in April, I committed to developing a national outdoor recreation strategy. So in conjunction with Cáileann na Tuatha, we're today launching a public consultation. So I want to hear the views of your listeners. What sort of ideas would you like to see in our national outdoor recreation strategy? What can we do better to improve our amenities? So the consultation's for 3 weeks, and that will help feed into the strategy itself and the plans and that I hope to launch at the end of the year. So I'd encourage people to give their views. How can we make things better?
OK, and last question for you, Minister, because I know you are also acting Minister for Justice at the moment. We've heard there that the Gardaí, the AGSI, are against random drug testing for guards. Are you concerned about that? We here on News Talk Breakfast can think of no reason why anyone would be against that unless they were concerned they would be found out for drug taking.
Yeah, well, can I just say that I certainly support the Commissioner in his efforts regarding drug testing. We have to bring in legislation to do this, and we will be bringing legislation through the Oireachtas and through the Dáil, and there'll be that'll give us an opportunity to tease out the issues that are being raised, and we can further consider the points that people are making at that stage. So I'm happy to hear the views, but as I said, I do support the Commissioner in his efforts to do this.
We'll leave it there. Look, thank you very much for speaking to us on News Talk this morning. That is Heather Humphreys, Minister for Social Protection, Community and Rural Development, and indeed Acting Minister for Justice.